She smiled at his funeral. Then the autopsy changed everything. In March 2003, Richard Barber was found dead in his home in Tulsa, Oklahoma. His wife, Linda, was the first to call 911. She told officers he had been struggling with his heart for years. She cried at the funeral. She thanked people for coming. She smiled in photographs. The medical examiner initially ruled the death a cardiac event. Case closed. But 6 months later, Richard's sister wouldn't let it go. She had noticed something at the house before the funeral, a bottle of medication on the kitchen counter that didn't belong to Richard. She wrote a letter to the county prosecutor. That letter sat on a desk for 4 months before anyone read it. When they finally did, a second autopsy was ordered. The toxicology results came back in January 2004. Richard Barber had not died of a heart attack. His blood contained a lethal concentration of digoxin, a heart medication prescribed not to him, but to his wife. Linda Barber was arrested on a Tuesday morning. She was still wearing her husband's watch. At trial, prosecutors laid out a picture that had been hiding in plain sight. Richard had recently changed his life insurance policy. The new beneficiary was Linda. The payout was $1.4 million. 3 weeks before his death, Linda had filled her prescription, a 3-month supply. By the time Richard died, barely 2 weeks' worth remained. Her defense argued the digoxin could have transferred accidentally, that Richard may have taken her pills by mistake, that grief had made her appear cold, not guilty. The jury deliberated for 9 hours. They came back with one word: guilty. Linda Barber was sentenced to life in prison in September 2005. She has applied for parole 3 times. Each time, Richard's sister has shown up to speak. She still shows up. If you want to know what happened inside that courtroom, the moment Linda's composure finally broke. That story is coming next week. Subscribe so you don't miss it. Subscribe so you don't miss it.